Boxing is slowly turning back into a joke. Floyd Mayweather will be fighting Mike Tyson in 2026 in an exhibition fight. Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Tank Davis in November. Canelo versus Crawford is in 10 days. And you have influencer boxing, still kicking it, still around. And I understand that one of these is not like the others. This is a real boxing fight. But the least joke, the most serious fight out of these, couple of bouts is still a joke. Why is Canelo fighting Crawford? I understand that they're both undefeated, undisputed in their own divisions, but they have so much of a weight discrepancy. This fight really shouldn't happen. But it's an interesting matchup. It's an intriguing matchup. I understand that. But why does this need to happen? Why is Jake Paul fighting Gervonta Davis? Well, Tank Davis needs lawyer money. That's why. But why is this fight happening? We don't need this. Boxing doesn't need this. And boxing most definitely does not need this. Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson. Pretty sure this poster is AI generated as well. This just kind of says all you need to know about boxing these days. Mike Tyson obviously coming off of fighting Jake Paul. He looked like shit. And Mike Tyson is about 59. I think he'll be 60 when this fight happens. And Mayweather, I don't even know who Mayweather just last fought. Is there another rich guy? Maybe another, like a rich guy's son? Why is this fight happening? Why is this happening? Who said, yeah, let's make this happen? Obviously, Floyd and Mike, they're like, yeah, we can make some money out of this. Maybe they realize how big of a draw Mike Tyson still is because of that Jake Paul fight. But, man, we really don't need this. Boxing is turning into a joke. And honestly, the most serious one is influencer boxing because you got real fighters slowly making their way in there. Andrew Tate is on their pound for pound list without having had a fight. But it's slowly getting more real fighters in the mix. And I actually don't mind misfits boxing. It's entertaining. It's low level, but it's fun. This, I do mind. Why do we have this? Why do we, why do we have this? Why do we have this? I understand when Turkey got in the mix, it looked good for boxing. Boxing started getting money. The best started fighting the best. Fury fought Usyk. Okay? And, I don't want to keep up with too much boxing, but so I can't give you another example, but you know my point. You understand my point. Why is Turkey saying, oh, we need this fight? I don't understand it. We need more serious contender versus champion matchups. We don't need bullshit fights like this. We need the meritocracy back in combat sports. This is not just with boxing as well. In the UFC, it's slowly and surely turning more into entertainment. The entertainment part of sports entertainment is getting bigger and bigger. That's why you got bullshit like this. Who in their right mind said, you know what, Gervonta Davis, he said he retired, but I need him to come back just to make that Jake Paul fight. We need this fight to happen. Who in their right mind saw Mike Tyson's last performance was like, you know what, let's drag Floyd back out here. Fucking almost 50-some-year-old Floyd versus a 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Legend versus legend. Really? And where's Mike's dignity, man? I know you got bills, Mike, but come on. Do you really need this? We saw your cheeks. It's right here, bro. I just wish that when Turkey stepped in here, I was under the impression that things were going to get serious. Fights were going to get booked. The rankings were going to start moving. But no, we still got bullshit like this happening every other day. This is why boxing is dead, bro. This is why this is not a serious sport and people clown on it. And this is why I watch the UFC, even though the UFC does pretty much the same thing. Fuck, man. Yeah. I don't know if I'll even tune into this. I know I'll be watching Noche UFC, that's for sure. But I just wanted to talk about this fight announcement and the joke that is boxing. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Follow me on X. And let me know what y'all think about these fights. And I'll catch y'all at the next one, man. Peace.